Hello and welcome to the virtual Euro 2020 tournament highlights, day number 5. We are towards the end of match day 1 and we have 2 incredible fixtures to come. Plenty of goals and plenty of dramatic moments ahead as we reach the final group of match day number 1. Of course, this is the group of death. It features Kosovo, Portugal, France and Germany, so stick around for 2 enthralling games in a moment's time. Now, all 4 teams, they're desperate to pick up points basically as many points as they possibly can. Of course, the 4 third best placed teams in this tournament go through to the next round. So realistically speaking, the 3 big dogs of Portugal, France and Germany could still make it through, but do they win their games? You can find out in a little moment's time. But before we go into our highlights of today's 2 big fixtures, we can have a brief look at the match day 2 fixtures ahead to come over the next coming days. Now, all these games are going to be live on Twitch. I've had a couple of issues getting them onto YouTube. But of course, as always, you can access all the highlights and every single game in full on the YouTube channel. These usually go up about between 8 and 10 PM UK time. It all depends on how long it takes the video to render. So tomorrow's games, we have Turkey versus Wales and Italy versus Switzerland, as well as Finland versus Russia. That's 3 PM UK time on twitch.tv. June the 18th, we have Denmark versus Belgium, Ukraine versus Romania, and Netherlands versus Austria. Some good games in there and some good rivalries between some of the managers that are managing those sides. You don't want to miss those games on June the 18th. June the 19th, we have Group D. That's Croatia versus Czech Republic and England versus Israel. Of course, England getting off to a very poor start. They'll be wanting to pick up some points. As well as Group E with Sweden versus Bosnia. That's June the 19th. And then finally, to end the match day 2 on June 20th, 3 big games. We have Spain versus Poland from Group E. And of course, we're back to Group F once again. Kosovo versus France and Portugal versus Germany. You don't want to miss those matches. They'll be coming up over the next week. But let's get into the highlights. Enjoy them. It's a dramatic 2 fixtures. Starting with Kosovo versus... Hello and welcome to Amsterdam for what is the biggest group of the competition so far. 3 of the most elite sides within Europe are about to take a big battle against each other as they fight to escape Group F and make it into the knockouts. Portugal, France, Germany and the biggest nation of them all, Kosovo, are all fighting out in Group F. It's going to be very, very tricky for the home side today. Kosovo, they've got a lot of work to do. If they want to get out of this group, their first task is to try and unsettle this Portuguese side. Today's managers is Squills, who will be the manager of Kosovo, while for Portugal, FIFA iOS Games, he is the manager, of course, putting out a very, very strong lineup. So as they sing to the national anthems that I can't turn on, by the way, because at half-time it does actually play in-game music, which means that I don't want to get a copyright strike on YouTube. So unfortunately, anthems are off for now, which is a real shame, but I'll look into it a little bit more. As they sing the non-existent national anthems and shake the hands of each player, let's find out the lineups in a moment. Here we go. So Kosovo today, their strongest player on the side is Berzat Selina, of course, of Werder Bremen in real life. They have Vedat Mariki, the goal-scoring Kosovan up top of Fenerbahce. As for the Portuguese side, they are in a 4-3-3 formation today. Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, the second top goal scorer in the qualifiers, is up top. Bruno Fernandes, Ruben Neves and João Moutinho are in the midfield. So the ball is about to get rolling for this one. It is going to be a very, very exciting fixture. Group F begins here. Match day 1. Kosovo versus Portugal. And it all starts here. Of course, the Kosovans made it through our system in the group draw, which if you haven't seen everything that's gone on so far, you can see the highlights on YouTube. Exclamation mark YouTube in the chat for those watching live on Twitch. But it's going to be a very, very tricky challenge for the Kosovan side. A lot of work to do. That's why I'm going to keep repeating the word. It's going to be a very, very tricky challenge for them to get out. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, the star man of this Portuguese side. Into Mario Rui. Now it's in for Ronaldo! It's a good save, and he's there again, and it's off the line. Well. Drama in the first 5 minutes of this fixture. Cristiano Ronaldo nearly already opening the score sheets against the Kosovans. Of course, if anything, the Kosovans will try and push for a third-place spot. Remember, 4 of the best third-place teams go through into the knockouts. Now here's Cancelo. Tries to move it towards Ronaldo, but the ball is cleared out of play. And I'd like to say as well a big thank you to everybody who's been watching on Twitch and YouTube throughout the tournament. It's been going incredibly well. Here's Rafael Guerrero, goes to the shot and it's cleared away. It's been very impressive, the amount of viewers, the amount of new people joining in, enjoying the tournament. I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. It's going to be even better when we get to match day 2. We're going to bring in some extra new things for the tournament. Here's Rui, tries to move it into Bernardo Silva. He can't get it. Here's João Moutinho. To Bruno Fernandes, of course, new signing at Manchester United. Up to Moutinho. Great ball as he tries to hit it for Bruno Fernandes. But we have our first corner of this game, 13 minutes in. Kosovo 0, Portugal 0. We certainly know who's on the front foot right now. A lot of work to be done by the Kosovans in this game. Here's João Cancelo of Man City. Into his teammate Bernardo Silva. Oh, for Ronaldo! Oh, well. That is how you open your accounts. And Cristiano Ronaldo, welcome to Euro 2020. That's how you start your tournament in style. It's Kosovo 0, Portugal 1, and of course, Cristiano Ronaldo is going to get on the score sheet. And just like that, we have our opening goal of Group F. And what a ball this is. The connection between João Cancelo, straight in there for Bernardo Silva. He rises high, and that is a fantastic header from Cristiano Ronaldo. Just look at the leap in a moment as we see in slow motion here. Look at that leap there, fantastic. And Uchkani in the Kosovan goal was not going to save that. As it stands, Portugal are in the lead. What a fantastic goal there from Cristiano Ronaldo. Sensational work from the Portuguese striker, of course, in real life at Juventus, who he's been very impressive while he's there. And FIFA iOS Games, the manager in the chat, is absolutely ecstatic with how his side have started this game. Of course, the Kosovans will probably looked at this group and thought, well, there's a lot of work in terms of trying to not have embarrassing scorelines. They've still got France and Germany to play. And of course, our next fixture is going to be France versus Germany. You don't want to miss out on that one on today's highlights reel. Of course, you can see all the games in full every single evening. Now here's Vedat Mariki. Great shot and a great save there from Rui Patricio. Blocked off the head there of Bersnat Salina. And I tell you what, a little bit of a risky moment there for the Kosovans. They could have in fact got a cheeky little equaliser in this game. But so far, of course, the Portuguese here, they can kind of relax now. 1-0 up. A lot of the pressure is going to be on the Kosovans here to start hitting on the break. Here's Ruben Neves into Mario Rui. Tries to head the ball there. It's into the path of Milo Rashica, of course, of Werder Bremen in real life. Fantastic player as he tries to fight for survival in the Bundesliga. Here's Hadgaray of the Turkish Super League. Hadgaray is how it's pronounced properly. Into Ruben Neves. Into Pepe of Porto. Into a rival teammate, Ruben Dias. Now Mario Rui of Napoli. He works the ball into Cristiano Ronaldo, of course. Opened the scoring with that incredible header. João Cancelo. Into Bruno Fernandes. Now, Bernardo Silva! Oh, it's off the bar! And well, it could have been 2-0 just like that. And Bernardo Silva nearly opened his account in today's fixture. And I tell you what, the Kosovans are hanging on by a thread in this game here. Here's Rafael Guerrero. It's to Bruno Fernandes. Lovely ball to Ruben Neves. What can he do here? Hits it first time for Cristiano Ronaldo! It's in again! Well. The Portuguese are running riot. And Ronaldo doubles his account. And it was just a couple of moments ago that Bernardo Silva hit the post. Ronaldo hit the post himself there. But he's there that time to hit it in off the rebound. And just like that, Cristiano Ronaldo makes it 2. Kosovo 0, Portugal 2. And the play here, another fantastic header from Ronaldo. And he's just perfectly positioned there to whack the ball into the back of the net. Fantastic goal. And I tell you what, the Portuguese are running riot in this fixture. Yeah, there's only 2 games today, by the way, for the highlights fixtures, of course. We're going to get into match day 2 tomorrow. Of course, we'll have a look at those match day 2 fixtures on the YouTube video at the end of the highlights between Germany and France. But what a start here from Portugal. Incredible start. And they are very, very hungry for goals in this game, as there is a very, very blatant offside there for the Kosovans. In fact, 2 players offside. It looked like Selina and Mariki there were all offside. And well, Kosovo, they were hoping maybe in this group they could try and keep it low, maybe come out with a couple of 1-0 losses, maybe a cheeky draw. But as it stands, they're 2-0 down, and there's a lot of work to really happen in this game. Here's Rashika into Haderganay, works in the Turkish Super League at Kasimpasa. And it's a great opportunity here for now for the Portuguese to hit on the break again. Ruben Neves into Mario Rui of Napoli. Just taking their time here. They really don't have to rush it. It's good work from Berzat Selina. Gets the ball into Sadiku. Now Milo Rashika cuts in. Just holds the ball. Takes his time. Into Haderganay. What's he going to do here? Back to Rashika. If for Berzat Selina. And it's very expertly defended there by Ruben Dias. Sadiku into Voka. Hits it long for Vedat Mariki, of course, of Fenerbahce in the Turkish Super League. As well as Haderganay, of course, 2 players in Turkey there. Ruben Dias into Pepe. And it looks like here they're quite happy to just hold the ball and wait for half-time. 2-0 up. Here's João Moutinho. Lovely execution of getting the ball back. Unfortunately, Ronaldo couldn't get the ball to Rafael Guerreiro. We're going to have 1 minute of additional time here. He's going to be hit long into Mariki, who doesn't get the header. And the referee blows his whistle. What an incredible start to Group F. Cristiano Ronaldo is running riot. And as it stands, Kosovo are 2-0 down. There's a long way to go in this game, though. Kosovo 0, Portugal 2. Today's edition of the Euro 2020 virtual tournament is sponsored by The Athletic, which is your home for all of the latest news, feature pieces and much more within the world of sports. Whether you like football, WWE, NFL, combat sports, you name the sport, they cover it on their website. It includes a world-class team of writers, including the likes of Oliver Kay and Raphael Honigstein. And you're probably wondering, how do I sign up? It's very simple. The link is in the description of every single YouTube video. And if you're watching on Twitch, you can also use !Athletic in the chat, and there is a link for you to be able to go and sign up. If you can't access that, then it's theathletic.co.uk/thesportscorner. I'll repeat that, theathletic.co.uk/sportscorner. You get yourself 50% off your annual subscription, as well as a 7-day free trial. So why not come and join us once again, theathletic.co.uk/sportscorner. Well, welcome back to what was a pretty incredible first half of football. The Portuguese, of course, the holders of the Euros, with an absolutely incredible first half of football. I know it's the Kosovans, but they had to come out and absolutely come out with free-flowing football, knowing that they've got games against France and Germany next. And well, what a start this game has been. 64% possession, 6 shots, 3 on target, and 2 goals just like that. Let's have a look at the highlights of the first half so far. Of course, a couple of pretty good efforts here from that man, Cristiano Ronaldo. He's been sensational in this first 45 minutes. He could have opened the scoring in the 6th minute there, but it was cleared off the line. But in fact, 9 minutes later, he was able to open his account. Fantastic assist from Bernardo Silva with an absolute towering header over the Kosovan defence, making it 1-0 to the Portuguese. And just like that, Cristiano Ronaldo already had his name on the score sheet. And just like that, we had another opportunity in this game. It was a very risky moment from the Portuguese. Vedat Mariki hit a shot. Good save from Rui Patricio. And it nearly went into the back of the net. An accidental shot there. Coming off the back of Mr. Berzat Selina. Very lucky to get away with it. Then Bernardo Silva in the 30th minute thought he'd try and have an effort of his own. This time, just unfortunately coming off the post. However, it happened to Ronaldo as well a couple of minutes later. But he was there to scoop it up. Ronaldo getting another goal in this game, of course. But before that, he had that header which came off the post. And just like that, Portugal are 2-0 to the good. Well, the Kosovans have got a lot of work to do in this second half. So let's go back to the game and find out what happens. As it stands, it's Kosovo 0, Portugal 2. The Euro holders will be absolutely delighted with how they've played so far. Will there be any more goals in this game? Let's find out. of course, their winning goal in 2016, courtesy of Eder, who doesn't play in the side anymore. Of course, this man is running riot. Ronaldo into João Cancelo, who's had a fantastic game so far. Here's Moutinho, formerly of Porto, now with Wolves. Into Bruno Fernandes, formerly of Sporting, of course, now Manchester United. Will be interested to see how he does after the break in football in the Premier League. Still holds the ball. Lovely ball. Tried to guide it towards Ronaldo for his hat-trick, but unfortunately just can't get it. Poor ball there from João Moutinho. Drops to Mario Rui. Into Rafael Guerreiro. Hit long for Ronaldo. Going for the headers, I see. A lot of headers pushed towards Ronaldo, but unfortunately he can't get there again. Poor ball. Moutinho dinks it to absolutely no one. Somehow gets to Rafael Guerreiro, who just holds the ball, wait for an opportunity to move the ball into the box. He does. And it's in for Bernardo Silva, but unfortunately his header is not going to have as much power and pace as the previous opportunities that have turned into goals. Now here come the Kosovans. A brief moment of possession. They've had about 30% possession so far in this game. Cancelo into Bernardo Silva. Poor ball for Ronaldo, of course. He'll be desperate to get a hat-trick. Match number 1. Certainly be nice to take the match ball home after this fixture. For any of you that have just joined, it's Kosovo 0, Portugal 2. Ronaldo is running the show as it stands, as the European Championship holders look to open their account in Group F. Here's Mario Rui into João Moutinho. We are going to have changes here, of course. 24 real-life players are participating in this competition. We'll make the changes here for today's manager, who isn't in the building. That, of course, being Squills, so we'll make our 3 changes for him as of now. And we'll get back into the game in a moment's time. We'll bring Berisha on. Just to make sure, are there going to be any changes here from the Portugal manager? I guess you could start resting players if you wanted to 2-0 up. Quite comfortably in front, it looks like. Unless the Kosovans can pull off an absolute mad comeback, it's going to be very, very tough for them to get anything out of this game. Of course, these players are choosing their formations, choosing their tactics, choosing everything throughout the tournament, and the games are being simmed. The winner takes home a cash prize, so no pressure, of course. Every nation is wanted to go as far as they possibly can. Well, I'm just waiting for any updates if the Portuguese manager wants any changes right now. I don't think he does. So what we will do for now is we will play on in this fixture, and if there's any changes needed, of course, we'll make the changes when we need to. Ronaldo into Bernardo Silva, takes the shot, but unfortunately he's blocked. Here's Vedat Mariki of Fenerbahce into Rashika for Zanelli. Move to Berznak Selina. Here's Zanelli. In for Vedat Mariki. Some good football here from the Kosovans. Takes the touch, but unfortunately not going to get through. And now the Portuguese could counter-attack. Rafael Guerreiro has time and he has space. Moves it into Cristiano Ronaldo. Bit of a heavy ball for Bernardo Silva. And Drasevic can clear his lines. Now here's Bruno Fernandes. The pressure really on Bernardo Silva. Into João Cancelo, who goes into the box. Moves it to the middle. Bruno Fernandes with a shot at a corner here for the Portuguese. They are absolutely outstanding in this fixture so far. You really, really cannot complain if you're the manager right now with how this team is playing. Another good opportunity and another corner here for the Portuguese. Of course, our next fixture today is France versus Germany. You do want to miss out on that. Kick-off for that will be in about 15 to 20 minutes. But here's a corner for Bernardo Silva. He's going to loft this one in for Cristiano Ronaldo to go for the acrobatics, but unfortunately nowhere near the goal. Here's Ronaldo trying to get the ball back there from Bernardo Silva. Unfortunately, not the greatest lofted of passes. Here's Rashika into Halimi, who holds the ball up. Great work there. Moves it to Berisha, who's just come on the pitch a moment ago. Makes a touch into Kololi. He's going to hold the ball and take his time here. Some short spell of possession there, and now the Portuguese, they're coming again, and look at the space here for Cristiano Ronaldo. He takes a touch, he takes a shot, but unfortunately he's straight at the goalkeeper. He is desperate to get a hat-trick in this game. And well, I think the Portuguese manager is happy with his side playing the whole match here, so we'll keep him going, of course. FIFA Hours Games is the Portuguese manager for this match. Is Ruben Neves into Mario Rui. Straight for João Moutinho, who tries to loft a ball to Guerreiro, but unfortunately can't hit it with pace. Now here's Halimi. Is there a chance for a consolation goal? Berisha, great touch. keeps working the ball, moving, trying to find some space into Kololi. Now it's Voca. And it's a good interception there. And Ronaldo can bomb forward. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Passes straight to Bernardo Silva. Good work here from the Kosovans. They've had a bit more of a spell of possession in this second half. Here's Rashica. Now for Halimi. Into the ball for Vedat Mariki. Takes a touch, but it's just wide of the mark. And well, it's the first opportunity. And although the Portuguese are 2-0 up, a goal with 10 minutes to spare would have certainly made the last couple of minutes of this game interesting. Good shot there from Mariki. But it's not going to go into the back of the net. And with 10 minutes to go, I think the Portuguese will be quite happy with how this game has played out. Here's Ruben Dias. Of course, of Benfica in real life. Fantastic player. Moves to João Cancelo of Manchester City. Here's Ronaldo. Tries to loft a ball into Bernardo Silva, who's trying to make the run, but unfortunately wasn't going to get anywhere. And now here's Milo Rashica, who's bombing down the right-hand side of the field. He's got time, he's got space. Tries to loft a ball in. It could go out for a corner, and it does indeed. The Kosovans putting some late pressure on the Portuguese here. Is there any chance for a comeback in this match? They're going all out attack now. It's lofted in. Here is Voca. Get the ball just outside of the box for Kololi. Into Kereziu. Now for Vedat Mariki. Takes a touch, but it's a great block. Now Hadejganay gets the ball, but it's cleared away. And the Kosovans are putting some serious pressure on the Portuguese here. 86 minutes in. A goal now could still mean this time for a comeback. Here's Rashica. Holding the ball, taking his time. Which is something that the Kosovans don't really have at this stage. Lofted in. Trying to get it for Berisha, but he can't. And now the Portuguese can hit on the break. Here's Bernardo Silva waiting for the run of Cristiano Ronaldo. Into Rui. Hit long for Guerreiro. Thanks for the hope, Jack Brooks. And now Ronaldo could go through on goal. He takes a touch, but it's a great interception from Drasevic. And at this stage, we've got our corner. 10 seconds to go. This will be the last opportunity for Ronaldo to get a hat-trick. It's lofted in. It's headed out. Cancelo can get the ball. Takes a touch. Now it's Ruben Neves. Moutinho for Bruno Fernandes. Into Guerreiro, who dances. It's in for Ronaldo! And he's just missed the mark. And it's an opportunity that goes wide. And it have counted as offside. Ronaldo calling and screaming for the ball. But 3 minutes here of additional time. It's hoofed up the field, and that is that. Well, the Portuguese in the first 45 minutes were certainly giving the Kosovans all they could. Ronaldo with a double, he just quite couldn't get the hat-trick he desperately wanted. The Kosovans have a lot of work to do. The Portuguese needed the points with France and Germany still to play, and as it stands, Kosovo 0, Portugal 2. We now move on to the final game of today's highlight show, and this game is the big one. Another of the two big powerhouses of Group F face off as they both desperately need points after seeing Portugal beat the Kosovans 2-0. But will either of these sides be able to break each other down? Let's go to the game and find out what happens. Welcome to Munich for a clash of the Titans. A World Cup winner against a European champion. Of course, we have pressure on the line. These sides have won numerous titles, numerous competitions, and have players who have experienced some of the best things that football could possibly give you. And now we have one of the biggest games. Germany and France are playing off in a clash of the Titans in Group F. These sides have it all to play for, of course. France in the previous competition made the finals, but lost out to a late goal, courtesy of Eder. Yes, I know they're both World Cup winners. I know they're both World Cup winners. But at the same time, Germany have got a lot to play for. Their last World Cup, they were knocked out by the South Koreans late on, courtesy of Hyun-Min Son. Well, the pressure is on the line. Here we go. The game is about to start in a moment. Both sides are having their national anthems, which you can't hear, of course, because of copyright issues. Not with the national anthems, but it plays music at half-time. Of course, that is copyright. I don't really want to get slandered for that, but you can see just the quality of these sides. Of course, as the chat are constantly reminding me, they have both won the World Cup. But what I was trying to say before, of course, is that these sides have both reached finals in recent years and have bottled it, of course. Quite recently, as I said, France bottled it against Adair, which doesn't play for Portugal now, which is crazy to think about how quickly time passes in the space of 2 years. But let's have a look at the sides as we have this competition, this elite game of football. Noise in goal, a back three of Boateng, Saul and Ginter up top, Sane, Werner and Gnabry. As for France, they're looking incredibly strong, just as the Germans are. They have a 4-2-3-1 midfield of Kante and Pogba up top. They've got Mbappe, Dembele, Fekir and Antoine Griezmann. This side is outrageous, and in fair, both sides are absolutely unbelievable. So, the final game of match day 1 is here. This could be an incredible fixture, or this could be a stalemate. Both these sides will, of course, seen a moment ago that the Portuguese picked up a valuable 2-0 win against the Kosovans. This is the first big game of 2, of course. Both these sides will have to play Portugal later on. And both these sides need 3 points. If they drop points at any given stage, it could be very, very costly. Let's begin this game. Here's Kroos into Julian Draxler. Not where he aimed it, but it's a good save. And I tell you what, the Germans on the front foot here. Draxler tries to get in for Sane. And what a fantastic save there from Lloris. Brilliant, brilliant save. Now here's Jerome Boateng of Bayern Munich, of course. Rekindling his career. Was not doing too good a couple of years ago at Bayern. He's now getting certainly back to his best. Here's Serge Gnabry, bombing down that right-hand side of the field. Of course, was the top scorer in the qualifiers for Germany with 8 goals. Draxler into Kimmich. In for Sane. In for Kimmich! And it's just wide. And well, 8 minutes into this game, the Germans are absolutely at it. A fantastic, fantastic opportunity. Joshua Kimmich there. Go through on goal. He really needs to score that. And our first major opportunity goes beckoning for the Germans. Of course, they won the World Cup against Argentina back in 2014 in Brazil. As for the French, they did indeed win the World Cup 2018. That was against Croatia, of course, in that incredible 4-2 victory. Fantastic game, and one of the best finals we've had in a long, long time. Hopefully they can bring us one of the best matches of the tournament so far. Here's Gnabry into Joshua Kimmich, adopting Gnabry's role for the time being. Now here is Gnabry, but some good defending there. Here's Griezmann into Ousmane Dembele, who is practically been injured for the last couple of years in real life. Nabil Fekir of Real Betis, and it's cleared away. Here's Marco Reus, adopting a left midfield role for today's game. Of course, usually you'd see him on the midfield towards the attack. Usually used to play as a left mid a couple of years ago, but has now started to adopt more of a attacking midfield / striker role. Here's Sane, another player from Manchester City. Can he deliver as much as Bernardo Silva and Cancelo did in the previous game? Here's Reus into Toni Kroos for Sane. Tries to get it back to Kroos, but Paul Pogba is there to intercept. Of course, Paul Pogba, another player who's been out for quite a long period of time to injuries. He should be back relatively shortly. In fact, he should be back for Manchester United's next games when the season does begin again. Good clearance there by Mendy. Into N'Golo Kante. For Ousmane Dembele. Into Griezmann. Back to Dembele. Good work here from the French. And now he's hit it forward for Ousmane Dembele. He's got time. He's got space. But unfortunately, his shot goes wide of the mark. 22 minutes in here. Neuer frustrated with his backline there. He's not happy with how they've done that. Great ball there from Nabil Fekir. Pushed it into Ousmane Dembele, who takes the shot first time. He has to, with the pressure being put on him there by Matthias Ginter. But unfortunately, it's not going to go in the back of the net in this game. And as it stands, 22 minutes in, both these sides are going at it. Germans 71% possession. The French look a little bit quiet. As I said, both sides will not want a point. They'll both want to nick 3 points in this game. Poor ball there from the back line. Here's Gnabry. Moves it forward to Julian Draxler. He has time to whip this one in. It's there for Sane. It's a great clearance from Raphael Varane. Here's Pogba. Into Benjamin Pavard. Poor ball, and now Werner could use his time, use space. The new player at Chelsea. It's a Marco Reus on the left-hand side of the field. Now it's Toni Kroos. Lofts it in, and it's in! Goal for Germany! And it's that man, Julian Draxler, who smashes it into the back of the net. And well, they have absolutely deserved that. And just like that, the Germans take the lead. And he was patient. And look at Draxler calling for the ball there. He's hammered it home, and it's a fantastic header. And the Germans will be absolutely delighted. They're 1-0 up. And what a fantastic goal that was. Look at that. The movement there from Julian Draxler was absolutely outstanding. What wasn't outstanding was this. Jesus Christ, Timo Werner, don't do that again. What an incredible, incredible ball. Poor defending at the back, and just like that, the Germans, with their possession, they are now in the lead. And well, France have got a lot of work to do here. Can they get back in this game? It was really, really poor from Umtiti leaving that space open. Now, here's Benjamin Mendy. Look at the time and space he's got here to whip this in. Unfortunately, just can't get the ball in. Now here's Kante. Lofted for Benjamin Pavard. Hits it for Griezmann! And it's in! The French are right back in this game almost instantly. What a goal from Griezmann. And it's another header. And just like that, the Germans, who have sat there and held the ball, have been absolutely fantastic, are now one apiece. This game has got a lot to still come. And what a fantastic ball that was. And well, as I said, they really needed a goal almost instantly. And Griezmann has absolutely delivered. All you've got to say is look at the opportunity here. Kante, he spreads the ball to the right-hand side of the field. Pavard takes a touch, lofts it in. And Griezmann at the back post. Poor, poor defending, you have to say there from, I think it was Matthias Ginter actually. Completely unmarked for a moment. And he smashed it in. It's actually Toni Kroos who was marking him. Terrible, terrible marking. And just like that, we have a game on our hands. It's Germany 1, France 1. And the goals are flying in this game. Let's hope the excitement can continue. It is indeed the first time two teams have scored in one game. Let's hope there's some more goals in this one. Here's Benjamin Mendy. Could France actually nick another goal? Lifts it in for Griezmann. He takes a touch. And he's just wide of the mark. And I tell you what, they're starting to really come at the Germans here. It was a lovely, lovely ball whipped in by Mendy. And Griezmann takes the opportunity on first time. He'll be a little bit frustrated that wasn't a bit more towards the goal. But I tell you what, the Germans here are being put under a serious amount of pressure. And the possession has changed up drastically. You know, we looked at the first 15 minutes. It was 70% possession for the Germans. It's now definitely dropped. Here's Marco Reus. Tries to lift it long in for Julian Draxler again. But unfortunately this time, his ball is not going to hit him. Great hit from Lloris to Pavard. Tries to hit it long for Mbappe. Poor ball. Here's Reus. It's Toni Kroos. And Umtiti is there to clear his lines. And what a dramatic first 45 minutes this has been so far. Mbappe, the star player for France of the future and as of now. Here's Pavard, already got an assist in this game. His cross is intercepted. Now it's Nabil Fekir. Back to Benjamin Pavard. Hits it long. Blocked. And the French have a throw-in. 41 minutes into this game. Could they nick a goal before half-time? It's hit long for Griezmann. Unfortunately, he's not going to be tall enough to get that. And the Germans are just going to slow the play down here, of course. They will not want to go in at half-time, 2-1 down. Considering they were 1-0 up. Courtesy of a fantastic goal from Julian Draxler. Here's Pogba. Tries to get to Mbappe. Somehow it does. Just takes his time, holds the ball. Tries to loft it towards Ousmane Dembele. But a bit of desperation, I think you can sense in both sides here. You really want to get a goal. Here's Serge Gnabry. Moves it to Toni Kroos. Now it's for Timo Werner. Tries to take a shot. It's blocked again. And it's good defensive work. Now Draxler gets the ball back. Takes a touch. In for Serge Gnabry. Into the midfield for Kroos. Back to Gnabry. Tries to get it towards Kroos. But it's cleared. And the referee at half-time blows the whistle. And what a dramatic first 45 minutes that was. Draxler took the lead 28 minutes in from an incredible cross from Toni Kroos. But then 4 minutes later, Antoine Griezmann was able to equalise. Another header at the back post. Another fantastic assist, that time from Benjamin Pavard. And as it stands at half-time, it's Germany 1, France 1. I'd assume both sides would really want to go for this and get the win. So I've heard there's potential for both of these teams to really go attacking and go all-out attack potentially. In terms of the sides, they're looking fine. And they're looking fine as well. So let's get back into the second half. We'll make some changes a little bit later on in this match. I think both teams would definitely want to go all out for the points in this game. So here we go. The second half begins. It's Germany 1, France 1. Who can take the points home? Let's find out. Here's Julian Draxler. Great tackle there. Now Benjamin Mendy can pull this ball forward. Tries to loft it towards Griezmann, can't. And a bit of a desperate clearance there from Manuel Neuer, clearing his lines. I think he's getting a bit nervy here for the Germans. They had that foothold in the first 20 minutes. Now the French are starting to dominate this game. But the referee's going to give a free kick here. I think a tackle coming in there from Nabil Fekir. And a free kick has been given in the way of France. Let's find out what happens. This could be a very, very exciting second half of football. Leroy Sané tries to head the ball down. Here's Raphael Varane, of course, both sides really going for it now. Really, really desperate for the points in match day 1. You cannot afford to drop any points in this group. Here's Gnabry. He's bombing down that right-hand side of the field. He could go all the way. He's in for Jerome Boateng. Takes the shot on. Unfortunately, he's blocked. Now here's Dembele. In for Antoine Griezmann. He can see the run of Raphael Varane. He's taking his time, holding the ball up. Back to Griezmann again. He takes a shot. And he's blocked. And it's a corner. And well, Neuer, he's excited and very, very happy that that's gone out. I think there's a lot of tension in this game. Of course, Neuer, we know him as a sweeper keeper. Could have come running out there. He's happy with his defence, clapping them off. This is an exciting fixture. And I think the players on the pitch desperate to nick the points. Griezmann's going to whip this corner in. In for Paul Pogba. Can't get it. Kante takes a touch. Still goes. Kante. In for Mbappe. Now for Benjamin Pavard. Lofts the ball in. But it's just wide of the mark. Ousmane Dembele there. And once again, Neuer. He's been very animated in this match so far. He's fuming with his back line. I mean, we know what Neuer's like. He is a character in real life. But he's not happy with his defence here. Absolutely fuming with the back line. And here we go. He's going to have a goal kick. Of course, as I said, he's not happy at all so far. We've seen him quite frustrated in this first 55 minutes of this fixture. Boateng tries to loft it long for Gnabry. Lloris is going to come out. And it's a very, very simple save. And we'll make the substitutions for both sides now. Of course, we are hitting towards the 60th minute. So we will take off the more tired players on the field. I don't know who we can bring on here. We'll bring on Thauvin. We will also bring on a left back, which will bring on Hernandez in this game as well. And we will also bring on... Who's the more tired player? I don't want to take one of his big boys off. We'll take off Pavard as well. He's looking a little bit tired. Djibril Sidibe will come off. And there is 3 tired players off. As for the Germans, Draxler is looking very tired. So we will bring on Julian Brandt on the right-hand side. Sané's looking a little bit tired, so Royce will move up. And then we'll also bring on... well, we're very tough here on options. Gundogan's going to have to come on. And then that's pretty much all we can really change. Kroos will come off for Goretzka. So the 3 most tired players are off the pitch. We'll have all the substitutions made. Of course, these managers aren't in the building, so I'm making the substitutions for them. And I'm doing it in terms of the tiredest players are coming off. Here's Boateng. Of course, both sides really pushing for this, desperate to claim a victory. Here's Fekir into Benjamin Mendy. Is he going to get one more opportunity to loft a ball in? Here's Ousmane Dembele. Takes a touch, takes his time, but he can't get the ball into Griezmann. And Neuer is able to clear away. Now, Timo Werner. Of course, he's going to be the new striker of Chelsea next season. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays in the Premier League. I know it came out today. He's not playing the Champions League fixtures for RB Leipzig, as the referee blows for an offside. Very, very clear there in the decision. Absolutely no complaints from either team. And there are the substitutions. All 6 subs have been made for both sides. Let's find out what happens. Here's Kante. He's going to loft the ball into Varane, who's playing as a target man right now. Gundogan. Heads it for Boateng. Now, Timo Werner takes the shot on. But he's not going to test Lloris in that situation. Now, here comes Joshua Kimmich. Who's long for Gnabry. He goes into the path of Florian Thauvin. And now Kimmich has got hold of the ball here because Griezmann is right on his back. Saul. Here's Royce into Gundogan. Taking their time, of course, both sides need the points. And now Marco Reus can blitz down the left-hand side. Takes a touch, but it's great defensive work there. And it's cleared. N'Golo Kante, quality work. Mbappe. Now Gundogan clears his lines. Hoops it long for Jerome Boateng. He can't get that. It really is a dramatic last 20 minutes. Both sides are all out attack. They're desperate to take the 3 points. They know Portugal the points. Here's Werner. Tries to hit it for Boateng. And the referee, I think, is pulling this back for a free kick here. He's having a bit of a talkie to Pogba, not happy with a tackle that was made a moment ago. Could this be the opportunity to potentially nick a late goal? Yeah, that is not a good tackle at all from Pogba there. He has every right to give a free kick. And this could be the opportunity to go into the lead. Any points dropped for either of these sides could potentially mean they're out. Goretzka stands over this. Lofted in. And a very, very poor ball. A very weak ball. And now, just like that, the French can counter-attack. Griezmann hits it in for Mbappe. Neuer's come running out of his net. And Ginter is able to clear his lines. Very, very lucky there. Here's Germany now. Werner trying to run a goal. But Lloris is able to pick the ball up and hoof it up the field. Drama in this last 15 minutes. Can anyone find the winner? A point would not be good enough. Of course, it's only match day 1, but they still both have to face Portugal. And if they lose against Portugal, well, this group is going to be completely wide open. Here comes Matthias Ginter to clear the ball again. 14 minutes to go. Werner tries to hit it long for Serge Gnabry, but Lloris once again is simply able to save that and hit it up the field. And well, we had an interesting first half an hour. Both of these sides can't break each other down right now. Ousmane Dembele tries to loft the ball in. I think he went for a Rabona cross there. Gets the ball somehow still in play. I don't know how he's done that. Kante. Good defending there. And now Jerome Boateng, of course, as said, playing as a makeshift striker right now. Plays a lovely ball into Serge Gnabry. And look at the space on the right-hand side. He holds the ball, waiting for runners in the box. But it's a great tackle there from Paul Pogba. And he can get the ball back. And with 8 minutes to go of this game, it really is drama. No goals since the first half. And the referee is going to pull this back for a French free kick. Not happy with the tackle there from Matthias Ginter on Ousmane Dembele. It's a very light tackle. Very light tackle, but it's a good opportunity to loft this ball in. 7 minutes to go. Griezmann hits it long. Dembele gets the ball down. Here's Umtiti into Paul Pogba. Great defending, and now Marco Reus can really hit them. But it's a terrible, terrible ball, and well, these sides have been really, really poor in this second 45. They've both gone all out. As I said, they both want the 3 points, but no one can really get into the box and take any opportunities, which is crazy to think. We thought maybe one of these sides would have had an opportunity at goal, but as it stands, it's still 1-1. Another lofted ball towards Griezmann. Now lies with Matthias Ginter into Neuer, who hoofs the ball up to Gundogan. Gets his head on it. Now here's Goretzka. Heads it down for Marco Reus. Moves it into the midfield for Julian Brandt. Gnabry takes a touch, but it's cleared away again. And with 2 minutes of additional time, is anybody going to nick a point late on in this game? It's still 1-1. It's hit long. There's no one there. Sul can hold the ball now, and surely it looks like both sides are taking a point. Last chance opportunity. Dembele, it's a great ball. It's a great touch, but it's a terrible, terrible cross. And this has to go in now. Varane lofts it in for Griezmann. It's taken down. Mbappe heads it. And the referee blows his whistle, and both teams will be frustrated that they've dropped points in this game. Well, they both went all-out attack to nick some points. Draxler, he opened the scoring in the 28th minute of this game, and then 4 minutes later, Antoine Griezmann was able to equalise. And it's dropped points for either side. This game ends France 1, Germany 1. And let's have a look at, just a very quick look at the goals here to see how this game unfolded out for those of you that missed it. Of course, this was the German goal in the first half in the 28th minute. A lovely, lovely ball in from Toni Kroos and a stunning header there from Julian Draxler. And then 4 minutes later, the French came back with a header of their own. This time, Griezmann, lovely assist from Benjamin Pavard, as you can see here. Takes a touch, lovely ball, and Griezmann smashed it into the back of the net. And well, both sides will be incredibly frustrated. They went all-out attack, and there wasn't really much all-out about it in terms of attack-wise. Didn't really have any opportunities in the second half. And both sides dropped points. Well, that is the end of match day number 1. Let's have a look at the table and the scores as we conclude the first match day. So Group A started with Turkey and Italy on the first day. It ended 0-0. Same in the other game between Switzerland and Wales. Denmark, they got a 1-0 win against Finland, a 80th minute winner from Nikolai Jorgensen of Feyenoord. Then the Russians, they surprised the Belgians with a 1-0 win. Fedor Smolov with a absolutely fantastic header into the back of the net. Quality goal. And a great start there for the Russians. As for the Netherlands, they got a big victory against the Ukraine. A 5th minute long shot from Georginio Wijnaldum to put them into the lead. Austria, they beat Romania 3-0. Croatia, a big result for them against England. A goal there from Ivan Perisic to get them the 3 points. As for the Czech Republic and the Israelis, it ended in a 0-0 draw in Group D. Group E, the Spanish side, they picked up a big victory against the Swedes, although it took them till the 85th minute to break the Swedes down. They were absolutely incredible in that game, of course. Spain picking up some late points in that one. Bosnia and Poland, they were kept to a 0-0 draw. Not a great deal of opportunities in that game. And then the two games we just saw a moment ago. Portugal battered Kosovo and only got themselves a 2-0 win, of course. Cristiano Ronaldo with a double in that game. And as we saw a moment ago, Germany and France are kept to a stalemate. A 1-1 draw, goals from Draxler and Griezmann. So as the groups stand after match day 1, they look like this. Group A is still all to play for, 1 point apiece, no goals scored. Match day 2 is certainly going to be interesting in this group. Any side really could make it through. For Group B, Denmark and Russia, they have the advantage so far, 3 points apiece for those. Belgium currently sit bottom. They've got a lot of work to do, of course. They play the Danes next, and that is a big game, not just because the Belgians need the win, but both managers are desperate to beat each other in that game. So that'll be an exciting and enthralling fixture. Group C, as it stands, Austria and the Netherlands, they also have 3 points in there. The Ukrainians, the Romanians, they still have time to pick up some more points. Of course, they actually will face each other in their next fixture. Group D, Croatians, they're on top, 3 points after beating England. And then the Israelis and the Czech Republics, of course, they got a 0-0 draw, which means, as it stands, England are bottom of Group D. There's a lot of work to be done there for It's Your Boy. He's the England manager. Group E, Spain, they lead the group, courtesy of that late winner from Iago Aspas. Poland and Bosnia, they are second with Swedes. At the bottom of the table, of course, they'll feel very harshly done by. Had a fantastic game against Spain. They've got a lot of work to come. And, of course, it's a very tight group. 3 very evenly matched teams in Poland, Bosnia and Sweden, all still facing each other at some point in the competition. And of course, Group F is looking like this now. Well, Kosovo, they sit bottom, of course, on 0 points after that 2-0 loss against Portugal. As for France and Germany, they both, as it stands, sit on 1 point after match day number 1. Portugal are at the top of the group. They sit high as it stands, but they still have to face France and Germany in their next match day. So it really could all change in Group F. So we move on to match day 2, which will be starting tomorrow. As you can see, the fixtures that we'll be doing on tomorrow's stream, we have Turkey versus Wales, Italy versus Switzerland for Group A, and Finland versus Russia starts off Group B. We will be live at 3 PM UK time tomorrow on Twitch TV. Then June the 18th, we have Denmark versus Belgium, Ukraine versus Romania, and the Netherlands, they face Austria. That is 3 PM UK time on Twitch, of course. All the games are going to be on Twitch and at 3 PM UK time through the group stages. June the 19th, we have Croatians. They'll be facing off against the Czech Republics, while England, they definitely and desperately need a win against the Israelis. And the other game, which comes from Group E, Sweden versus Bosnia. That's 3 PM UK time on June the 19th. And then to end off match day number 2, Spain face Poland in Group E. And then Group F comes back again, Kosovo versus France and Portugal versus Germany. That will be in 4 days' time, 3 PM UK time, before we hit match day 3. So to end off this highlight section, let's have a very quick look at the top goal scorers and assisters, of course, as it stands right now. The top 2 players leading the goal scoring charts are Arnautovic and Cristiano Ronaldo. They've scored 2. The rest of the players on the list have scored 1. As for the assists, it's only 1 assist apiece for everybody right now, with still plenty to play for. Well, thank you very much for joining me for today's fixtures in match day 1. We will be moving on tomorrow to match day number 2. The drama really does kick in. Group A is completely all tied up. All 4 sides are on 1 point with no goal scored. Who will come out on top? We'll also find out what happens in Group B with the first fixture. The very best of luck to everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow for those fixtures. Have a very good rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow for the rest of the tournament in match day 2.